I think so. Let's do it.
Is the stadium loaded for you yet?
Yes. We're kicking off, in fact. Welcome to Falcons Saints Red Zone fans. We've got a giant, a fucking monumentous NFC South matchup for you. Gstar and the Atlanta Falcons go up against Michael Moji, the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions, and the New Orleans Saints. I'm here with Michael Adelman.
Man, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. Pat, get out of the party. And Jake, we're in for a treat today. A couple of 8-0s meeting up in the middle of the season. What's going on?
And not a lot of people expected that. I've got to tell you, Mike Adelman, we have 8-0 on the Atlanta Falcons side. The visiting team walking in here like they own the place. Nobody expected the new guy to come 8-0 right out of the gates.
I don't know if you listened to the party or the podcast before the show, Jake, but Gstar guaranteed victory. It's going to be incredible.
I love that call. I think you're still miles behind. We got to get Trent in the truck as Green running for a nice 4-yard scamper. And we got a 2nd and 6 coming up for the Falcons. Getting started off early and quick. That is a very non-smokers play, running the ball really at all, but for a 4-yard gain on first down.
I think I'm caught up now, Jake. That's what you want to see is Green getting the ball early. This is the backup running back. Freeman's out due to injury. He's going to be a difference maker for them. He's a scat back, gets the ball in the backfield. We're going to see a lot of Green today.
And we're also going to see a lot of number 3. That's an illegal number. And the fact that he's gotten away with it for 8 weeks has been astounding. But that really goes to show the real prowess of this coaching staff, really doing whatever they want, both on the field and off.
Yep, and Mohamed Sanu there for 9 yards, Jake. You nailed it. They're doing whatever they want. They came in, they took the league by storm. They're throwing the ball wherever they want. They're doing whatever they want. They're having fun.
I'll tell you who's doing whatever they want. It's Cameron Jordan. That's going to be a sack lunch, baby. Nom, nom, nom. -6 yards on the play. And the Saints are not here to play paddywhack. Big-time sack for the Saints defense.
Foolish play call there by the Falcons. You're going play action into probably the best pass rusher in the game right now outside of Joey Bosa. That's his 31st sack of the season, Jake. 31.
Incredible. I guess I'll do both roles. Matt Ryan here in the shotgun with Green in the backfield. Here is the snap. We're going to go deep to the left side. What a catch from Julio Jones. Picking up all that was lost in that previous play and a whole lot more. We got a first down Atlanta.
Yep, that's the beauty of a route by Jones. They are going to find out where they can't play man coverage like they do against other teams, Jake. The Saints defense is good on paper, but they're going to struggle against Jones.
A handoff here in the weak eye formation. Marcus Green not able to get too much on that one. Shut down very quickly by the Saints defense as I switch over here to play-by-play because Trent the Truck doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Falcons.
2nd and 9 coming up. Trent the Truck struggling. We're really struggling here, Jake. You might have to take over play-by-play, and I'm about to do color. It's okay, though.
I'm happy to. Yeah, that's where we're best here. Weak eye.
Swiss Army.
Nice slant. Yeah, he's absolutely right. We're very versatile here in the booth. I'll tell you who's not versatile. Calvin Ridley. You really got to run the routes you're proficient at. He doesn't like those inside post routes. He doesn't like them, and especially against the Saints defensive backfield. That's going to be an incomplete pass, leading us to a 3rd and 9 in the I formation. Marcus Green once again in the backfield for the Falcons. Julio Jones is your slot receiver. Matt Ryan making a lot of changes on the line here on 3rd down. You got to expect it. Here's going to be the handoff. A nice surprising play for Marcus Green, and he scampers for a first down. 11 yards for the Falcons.
Jake, that got you so excited. You jumped right out of your seat. Marcus Green up the right sideline, gets a first down. If the Falcons can beat you running the ball on the ground and getting first downs, you are in trouble. Is this a statement drive? Is Gstar coming out and doing a statement drive in his first drive?
He's here to put his foot on the throat of the defending champion, the veteran, Coach Michael Moji, going from team to team to team to team, finally finding that Super Bowl success, and here he is right now looking to continue his undefeated streak in the first season of the Madden 20 cycle. Matt Ryan here in the shotgun in the backfield, number 32. We got trips out here to the right on 1st and 10. This would be, as you said, a big statement here for Matt Ryan and Coach Gstar. Here's the snap. We're going to go deep, deep, deep. And it's intercepted by Patrick Saints take over at the 9-yard line.
Falcons got a little big for their boots there, Jake. They wanted the touchdown on that throw, and it was double coverage. Make no mistake about that. They did not win that route. Robinson's a great third corner. He could start for some teams around this league. He won the battle, went up for the interception. Great play by the Saints. They take control.
And we talked about a statement drive for the Falcons. That was a statement drive for this Saints defense, rocking the black and gold throwbacks here in the Superdome. We're going to get a toss for Alvin Kamara on the first play, and what a seal-off block. Kamara's got all the in the world to work. Number 41 is looking for 6. Oh, but he's finally taken down. And what a great tackle that was from Desmond Trufant, the savvy veteran from Washington.
That's just not a great play by the Falcons all around, trying to contain that. Just watch them. One linebacker gets blitzed or gets picked up by the guard. The other safety runs out of bounds. There's no one on the other side of the field to pick him up. That's one of the easiest holes of Kamara's career.
And it certainly did a number on him right now as we're going to get Latavius Murray in the backfield with Drew Brees. The double A gap blitz coming for the Falcons. Now as Drew Brees going to step back into the shotgun. We got a little bit of motion here. It's going to be a nice drop-off play, and Golden Tate not really going to go anywhere. Nice shutdown play there from number 75 on that Falcons defense, and 2nd and 13 coming up.
One thing you're going to learn about this Falcons defense and the Saints defense, they like to blitz. They're very aggressive. Watch for these teams to try and take advantage in the screen game.
We have a 2nd and 13 now. Drew Brees right back in the shotgun. His number 1 cohort, Alvin Kamara, at his side in the backfield. And the Saints playing a little conservative here in the quarter defense. They're all going to drop back here man-to-man. Brees all day to throw to the left side. What a catch from Michael Thomas. Really putting that good contract to good use. 1st and 10 coming up for the Saints as they enter the red zone.
One of the biggest cheat codes in the league right now. Thomas leads the team in touchdowns. He leads in receptions. He leads in yards. This guy does it all. Brees closes his eyes, throws the ball up to him in double coverage. Thomas comes down with it, and the Saints are knocking on the door.
And we saw this with the Falcons. A statement drive for the Saints may end up in a turnover. You never know in the red zone. You never know in the red zone football league. 1st and 10 coming up on the 12-yard line. Brees going to drop back amidst the sack. He's got a lot of room to throw. Michael Thomas, touchdown, Saints.
Michael Thomas just burned Desmond Trufant on the comeback route. If you give the Saints this much time to pass the football, they're going to tear you apart. I don't care who you are. I don't care who your corners are. If you give Brees this much time, they're going to pick you apart all night, Jake.
And Drew Brees has done it very well over the entire course of his career. Of course, we saw Michael Thomas last week against the Cardinals. 3 touchdowns on the game. Nearly 200 yards receiving. You got to wonder if this is going to be another shining example of Michael Thomas's incredible talent here in the Superdome.
Here's what I want to see out of the Falcons. They're facing a little adversity. They haven't faced it all year. 8-0. They've been perfect. What are they going to do now? You're in hostile territory. You're on the road against a really good team, a team that's better than yours. How do they react in this drive, Jake? I am eager to find out.
And the world's most aggressive team, the New Orleans Saints, coming out packed here, looking to put another defensive statement on the board. Matt Ryan under center in the single back. Marcus Green, number 3, the running back rebel. Here's the handoff. No, it's going to be a fake, but here comes the aggressive Saints defense. Doesn't matter. Julio Jones breaks a couple of tackles, eventually being brought down by Marshawn Lattimore, who saves a big-time touchdown.
There may be no better play-action team in the league right now, Jake, than the Atlanta Falcons. Why? Because the run game is respected. Matt Ryan is one of the best play-action quarterbacks, and you have Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley. I mean, how can you go wrong with those two? They are going to take their shots against the Saints with the play-action game. The only counter is going to be, can they get to Ryan?
Yeah, and you mentioned how do you stop him. I just don't think you can. I think you have to allow Matt Ryan to throw interceptions. Another play action. You just mentioned it. One of the best play action teams in the league. Julio Jones stiff-arming his way down to the 1-yard line. Nearly a touchdown. Oh, no. We have an injury on the field. Julio Jones slow to get up.
The cart's coming out, Jake. This is not looking good. He's clutching his left arm. This could be a wrist injury. But brilliant play by Julio Jones. He got the extra yards. It led to the injury. He took a helmet right to the wrist. This guy's got 100 yards, and we're 7 minutes into the football game. This guy's a freak of nature. Hopefully, he heals quick.
First and goal coming up on the inch-yard line. Julio got him this far, but he's not going to get him into the end zone. It's going to take a little more than that. Allison's not going to be able to do it. And Abia Gajunaway, it takes him down, but again, now he is slow to get up as we get a second and goal here on the 3.
Julio Jones checking back into the game. Jake, he's going to be okay. The Falcons do not have depth at the running back position besides Freeman. They're not going to bring in Green on the goal line to run. I don't like their depth behind Freeman.
Yeah, and I don't think they like their depth behind Freeman as well. I don't like this matchup. Anzalone, the linebacker, really lining up face-to-face with Julio Jones as we go second and goal here. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. Really dangerous set here for the Saints, but they like to be aggressive. This is what's gotten them this far. This is what's gotten this coaching staff this far. Here's the cover, or the snap, rather, and we're going to go to the back of the end zone. Calvin Ridley, touchdown. No flags on the play. We got a tie ball game.
Great throw by Ryan. That was an odd formation and a really odd route combination, but it worked. They were trying to get those linebackers in coverage against the receivers. It worked. Jump ball to Calvin Ridley against the linebacker. I think you're going to take Ridley every time. That's why he has 12 touchdowns on him. What a great play to the Falcons. Great drive to come back and tie the ball game.
I think a very nice deflection there, a very nice decoy in Julio Jones against that linebacker really allowed the entire Saints defense to converge on number 11, leaving Calvin Ridley wide open. Do you think that the Saints are going to need to really play more conservative here, or do you think they should stick to more their aggressive play style?
I think conservatives in their nature, Jake. I really don't. They're going to come back. They're going to try and get more points. They know that this is going to be a shootout. They know that this is going to be a race. It's going to be a race to the end. Whatever defense makes a play first, they're going to be aggressive all night.
Well, if you tuned in for Race Relations, you picked the right game. We've got Atlanta Falcons, New Orleans Saints, and Alvin Kamara going to right here. And he is a danger in the pass game. Drew Brees dropping back in a very protected pocket. Going to go right back to his favorite target. Michael Thomas fumbled the ball.
There he goes.
Has the ball. Unbelievable. Touchdown just like that. Are you kidding me? Foye Sade Okeyun, the second-year man from Yale. The fumble 6. And the Falcons, just like that, they lead.
Jake, it's dead quiet in the stadium. You can hear a pin drop. Michael Thomas does not make mistakes like that. But you're getting sandwiched in between two defenders. I don't blame him for dropping. He got absolutely railroaded there. But that's a big mistake. And this is the mistakes that the Saints can't have in a game like this. You can't let the other defense make plays. You got to be safe with the football. What do we just say? Come out and be aggressive. You make a mistake. You drop the football. You take it back. Now you have to go back and try and score again. And we got another player down the field, Jake. Things could unravel quickly in a game.
And injuries can play a big, big factor. I'll tell you what, that Falcons defense saw Michael Thomas running across the field and free safety. DeMonte KZ said, I did it. And he certainly did, knocking the ball loose and allowing for a big-time touchdown for that Falcons defense. Now the Saints looking to bounce back. Both teams now with a defensive play really propelling their way to a lead. In this case, we have the Falcons taking the lead 14-7, and we have the Saints securing the ball so that they could score. That's a 7-yard run on the first play of this drive, though.
Yep, Kamara getting the ball again. They need to get him involved in this game. As you look throughout the season, Kamara has not you'd like. This needs to be a 25-touch kind of game for him.
2nd and 3 coming up. Drew Brees now back in the shotgun. A lot of pressure coming, going over the middle. Golden Tate, and that's why you trade for a Golden Tate. Drew Brees 5-for-5 on the game, picking up a big-time catch for Golden Tate and a first down.
Yeah, Drew Brees is doing his best Michael Jackson impression there, Jake. You drop back probably 15 yards to the snap on Golden Tate downfield. That's why you trade for this guy. You bring him in to be the complement to Michael Thomas, goes up and makes a big play. The Saints have weapons over the field, and it's tough to contain them. It really is.
1st and 10 now coming up for the Saints. Drew Brees looking to put all of his vengeance back onto this Falcons defense and really hit him back hard just as they hit him one moment ago. Trips out to the left. Alvin Kamara once again in the backfield. A huge danger in this receiving game. Oh, we have a free runner for the Atlanta Falcons. It's Takaris McKinley taking down the future Hall of Famer for a 6-yard sack.
Yep, Tack McKinley with a nice play there coming off the edge. He's one of the fastest defensive ends in the league, and that's his 15th sack. There's a reason why he's getting to the quarterback. He is simply faster than most of these big run-blocking tackles, and that's a great play by the Falcons.
And it'll be interesting to see if the Saints keep an extra man in going forward to stop Takaris McKinley. Going to play conservative here as the Falcons defense as the Saints play off in the shotgun. Breeze rolling out to the left. Where's he going to go? He's going to go woof. Dangerous throw from Drew Brees, not like him at all, but thankfully it falls harmlessly to the ground. 3rd and 16 coming up.
That's not a good play by Drew Brees at all. He's rolling away. He's cutting the field in half. Throws into double coverage. Probably should have been picked there. This dropping back is starting to get a little scary here for the Saints.
I'd like to see them run a little bit more. New Orleans still down 7 points, so you got to think the pressure is on here early in the first quarter. Here's a snap, another free runner. Oh, Drew Brees had to get rid of it early. Kamara was not ready. That once again was Tack McKinley right in the face of Drew Brees. 4th and 16, Mike Adelman.
You are going to see blitzes and blitzes and blitzes in this football game. Two of the most aggressive, if not the most aggressive coaches in our league. 3rd and 16, Coach Gstar, just pin your ears back. Let's get after the quarterback. I'm pumped up. This is a great football game, Jake.
So far, so good as we hit the pistol formation for Matt Ryan. Here's the handoff. We're going to go out to the left. Marcus Green as daylight shakes off Deontay Davis, but it's not enough as he is eventually brought down by number 92 for just a short gain. That's Marcus Davenport on the stop.
The weakness of this defense is the linebackers. You can get past this really talented defensive line. You have opportunities to make plays in space against these linebackers.
Back to the pistol we go as Matt Ryan refuses to get under center. Trips to the left. A nice pump fake there. That might free up Julio Jones. No, we're going to go deep, deep, deep. Oh, Calvin Ridley again trying to use the decoy of Julio. This time not so successful. Incomplete pass.
That was great pocket presence for Matt Ryan. He moved away from the coverage a couple times. I don't like the throw. I don't like the decision forcing into double coverage to Calvin Ridley. You had time. You had plenty of time. I will say this young offensive line is playing really well for their quarterback.
We'll see if that continues. It's a long football game. Easy to get gassed, especially if an injury happens. 3rd and 5 now. Atlanta leads in enemy territory. We are in the Superdome, one of the toughest places to play in the red zone. Here's the throw. The outside! Patrick Peterson! That's why you trade for number 21. Touchdown, Saints!
He tried him again. He looked at nobody else on that play besides Julio Jones. Forces a terrible pass. Julio never had a chance. You got to remember, this guy just screwed his wrist up a few minutes ago. You got to give him a chance to make a play. Matt Ryan forced a terrible pass. Peterson's first of the day, and it goes back for a touchdown, Jake.
And we've seen very equal stories, very similar stories with both of these defenses, forcing turnovers, getting touchdowns, forcing turnovers, leading to touchdowns. In this case, Patrick Peterson traded from the Arizona Cardinals earlier this season. New Orleans proving that that was a pivotal acquisition, and right now this ball game is tied.
One offensive and one defensive touchdown apiece, not the way we envisioned. We did not expect defense to be making plays, but here we are, one apiece. Now it's time to see what the Falcons can do to respond.
Back shotgun we go. We're going to hand the ball to Allison, and he's shut down right away by Slam Bam Cam Jordan. Game of 0 as we hit 2nd and 10.
Remember what we said about these running backs? There are no difference makers in this backfield besides Devontae Freeman, and he's watching on the sidelines and sweats. This is going to be a long day for Matt Ryan if they can't get anything out of this run game.
You're absolutely right, and we are only at the 2.5-minute mark in the first quarter for Matt Ryan. 2nd and 10, going back to the shotgun. You can see he's very afraid. The Saints like to move around Cam Jordan. You see him on the left side of your screen now. Ryan dropping back the pass. Here comes the Saints. Watch! He's taken down. We got a fumble. Carpenter was able to pick it up somehow, some way. But, man, Marcus Davenport came in there like a bat out of hell, forcing a big-time fumble.
Don't forget there's a rookie right tackle starting, and they moved Cameron Jordan and moved over Marcus Davenport. Davenport's arguably as fast as Takaris McKinley. So you're dealing with two elite pass rushers here.
This Saints team is loaded with talent on both sides of the ball, and it's really giving Matt Ryan headaches right now. 3rd and 19, this is going to be a hell of a play to convert. Here's the snap as Matty Ice tries to get it done. We're going to go to the outside. Oh, my God, it was caught. I think that's Mohamed Sanu. Sanu. That's going to be a first down Falcons, Mike Adelman.
I was about to rip them for that play call. I really was. They said, run the football, get out of this drive. But Mohamed Sanu, a guy who isn't talked about much this year, converts a 3rd and 19. What a great pass.
And now we're going to go back to the run game with Allison and picking up a big time gain. Like those type of runs don't get a lot of time on the highlight reel, but they mean a lot. Allison picks up 7 on that one, and we're going to move to 2nd and 3 as the clock ticks below 1 minute here in the first quarter. Another handoff. Marcus Green not able to pick up a whole lot, but these runs mean a lot.
Yep, the run blocking hasn't been great, but it's nice for him to get a couple yards of tote here. That's a great run by Allison. Get 7 yards. It makes you respect the run game a little more as a defense.
We'll see if they continue to respect it as the game goes on. We're at 3rd and 1 here. Anything can happen. Julio Jones in the slot here on the left. Watch Calvin Ridley. They've used this a lot. Matt Ryan here in the shotgun. They're going to go out to the left, just over the head of the Saints defender, and they're going to get another big 3rd down pickup from Mohamed Sanu.
When they watch the film tomorrow, Von Bell's going to be kicking himself that he didn't put his hands up. That ball was right to him, and he just didn't put his hands up. Conversion again, Mohamed Sanu. It's one of those games where these guys come out of nowhere and they're going to be a story. Mohamed Sanu seems to be that guy early.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was great placement from Matt Ryan or just bad play awareness from Von Bell. Either way, we got another Falcons first down. That ends your first quarter here in this Red Zone primetime game. The Atlanta Falcons 8-0, 14 points. The New Orleans Saints 8-0, 14 points. We got a barn burner on our hands as we go to first and 10. God, it was a blast. I hope the next 3 are equally as fun to watch. Matt Ryan, a rare under center appearance here. We got Julio Jones out to the left. It's going to be another run play to Marcus Green. And nice tackle by Anzalone. A tackle for a loss, 2nd and 11.
Don't forget, I said these linebackers are the weakness, but in the run game, they're actually pretty important. This is one of the probably worst pass coverage linebacker groups in the league, but in the run game, they are very solid, Anzalone especially.
And now Ryan going to go from under center, which did not work, back to the pistol, which has worked. As we tick down below 10 and a half minutes, Ryan eluding pressure, going to go right outside to Mohamed Sanu, who has become an early favorite in this game.
Yeah, but Sanu with another great catch. Nothing to write home about in terms of moving the chains, but get half of it back. Let's see if we can go and get the 7 yards. Sanu with 4 catches already in the first half, and once again, credit Matt Ryan for the way he's been able to move around this pocket and navigate it.
And especially not eyeball-specific people. We saw Julio early, but he's able to look over his reads, and we'll see if he's able to continue to do that. 3rd and 7 now as Ryan looks to break this gritty tie. Oh, and it's going to be a sneaky run play. Marcus Green, the Saints were not ready for that whatsoever. Great play call from the Falcons. First down.
Boy, do I love that play call by the Falcons. They are not going to sit back and let the Saints rush all night. They are going to attack them on the ground in those long 3rd downs.
1st and 10 now coming up, going right back at them as we tick below the 10-minute mark in the 2nd quarter.
Here comes
in
pressure.
The shotgun is Matt Ryan. Oh, a fake. He faked the run, and Marcus Green snuck out of both of them. The Saints defenders ran right into each other. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Defensive coordinator Mike Moji got a little too cute there. They had defensive backs running into each other. They had a linebacker who was running into their own D-line. A mess of a blitz. Sometimes you get a little too cute for your blitz calls. Running back sneaks out of the backfield. No one's covering him. Easy touchdown. What a great play by the Falcons. And New Orleans, sometimes just maybe you play zone coverage a little bit, especially when they're hurrying up the play calls. You got to help out your defense.
And I'll tell you what, Mike Adelman, he certainly looked like the biggest doofus in the world on that defensive play call.
On that note, I'm going to reach him with cooler Jake. We always bring a cooler when we call these games. And inside, for me, I brought a couple of beers from Minnesota's finest brewing company, Surly.
Oh, I love Surly. It's fucking phenomenal. 1st and 10 coming up here as I crack a cold one open with the boys here in the booth. 14-21 is your score. We're going to get a handoff here to Latavius Murray.
There he goes!
Oh, my God! Don't take your eyes off the television screen because 28 equals 6. The Saints tie the ball game up. I just blinked, and the game is tied again.
Jake, every time we come to a Saints game, 2 flashes. Latavius Murray, it's every time. We talked to him before the game. He said every time we come to see him, he scores a touchdown. He promised this one. 75-yard score, Jake. Kept his promise.
It certainly did not take long. Less than 2 quarters, less than 1.5 quarters. Latavius Murray fulfilling his promise to the fullest extent. A 75-yard rush. And the Falcons have got to be furious about that run.
It just seems like none of these teams can catch a break. Offenses both go down and score a touchdown. Defenses both get a touchdown. The offenses both go down and get a touchdown again. It's very odd how mirrored this game has been. The question is, who's going to make a mistake first and then not capitalize?
Well, you certainly said it before we even stepped into this booth. This was going to be a shootout, and you were absolutely right. We're going to get back into the pistol set, which has been very successful for the Falcons so far. We'll see if they're able to capitalize here. Here's the snap, a nice quick throw to Calvin Ridley. And when you have weapons like the Falcons do, it's tough not to use them the way that they have.
Man, I love that play call. You send Ridley out of the slot, straight up the field into the heart of that zone defense. The linebackers can't cover Ridley. That's a great play. And an even better throw by Ryan. On the money since the pick.
Absolutely. Since both of those picks, a nice run here, trying to keep it varied, but Marcus Green not able to go anywhere. Anzalone with the stop.
Anzalone's been key in the run game for the Saints. They really haven't given up much on the ground. They let up a big run to Allison earlier, but run game really has been a factor. It seems they're just doing it because they have to keep the Saints honest on defense, but the pass game is where they're going to make their money, James.
And I think they're going to go right back at it. No, it is going to be another surprise run from Marcus Green, and these shocking little draw plays have been very effective for the Falcons so far. This one picks up 8.
Well, Green was drafted to be a return man, and the way they've had to use him since the injury to Freeman, they've kind of discovered little niches into his game, running out of the shotgun, these toss plays, these pistol runs. He's kind of working himself a little role in the offense here.
I'm sure he appreciates it as we go right back to the shotgun. We have Allison in the backfield, trips to the right. We would like to see Julio a little more involved. He hasn't really been involved since that wrist injury. 3rd and 3 coming up. Very pivotal play in this football game as we are on the Saints logo. We'll see if the Saints come marching in. No, they're going to play a little conservative here. Look out! Down the middle! We got a big-time sack from Sheldon Rankins. Down goes the Falcons.
Now there's the coverage we were talking about. They showed blitz in the double-A gap, dropped everybody in coverage, and let that D-line do its work by itself with no help. Look what happened. Block punt, Jake! Block punt!
Oh my God! Whoa!
It's going back!
Wait a minute! You cannot take your eyes off this screen for a second. Number 22, Gardner Johnson. A special teams touchdown, that could be the difference between a win or a loss.
Here I am yapping away about that last play coverage. We're scoring a touchdown. You can't take more than 10 seconds to explain a play in this game. You never know what's going to happen next. Offense, they've scored. Defense, they've scored. Now they've scored on special teams. I expect the Falcons to house this kick.
And Deon Kane, who feels that kick in the end zone, has certainly made a name for himself on special teams. But who would have thought Chauncey Gardner-Johnson? If you had Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on your fantasy team, I bow to you, sir. The rookie out of Florida really making a name for himself here for the New Orleans Saints as Matt Ryan takes over on 1st and 10 on his own 25. Somehow, some way, down 7 points after a great defensive and then special teams play for the Saints. Here's the handoff, going to be right back to Marcus Green. He's shut down right away by Demario Davis.
Mario Davis with a great tackle. Saints can make a big statement here. Get a stop, get the ball back. They haven't been able to stop the all day outside the fumble six. So this could be huge here.
2nd and 11 coming up as we tick to the 7-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. No rush attempt this time. Cameron Jordan flying off the end. Great job there by Matt Ryan, keeping Marcus Green in to help protect him. Mohamed Sanu once again picking up the reception, his 21st on the season.
Without Green in the backfield, that's a sack for Cameron Jordan. He absolutely burned Jake Matthews off the snap, but running back stayed in. Green made a great play. Green's showing us through this game. He has value on this offense. Picked up a big 1st down. See how the Falcons keep going here.
They're going to keep Green on the field, but in a tight end receiver set here, back in a 5-wide situation. The Saints defense doesn't really know what they want to do right now. I think we're going to see the Saints marching in, Mike Adelman. Ryan all alone here in the back.
Look out!
Oh, you call it, my friend. We got a sack bunch, and the Saints continue their defensive dominance.
I think everyone in the stand could see Anzalone was coming. You could see him chomping at the bit just to sprint. Anzalone does not get to the quarterback often, but look at the smile on this guy's face, the blonde hair flying. Reminds me of Clay Matthews. What a great play by the Saints defense. Now, second and long. Let's see what Cameron Jordan can do here.
28-21 is your score. New Orleans, the undefeated team that has the advantage right now. Matt Ryan, a botch snap. Cameron Jordan around the end. This is the advantage that you have from moving him around. Matt Ryan's got to be frustrated. Yet another sack.
Yep, and what did we say before? Watch out for Cameron Jordan here in second and long. There he is. After a while, these long developing pass plays will bite you. Ollison's in the backfield. He misses the block. Jake Matthews misses the block. He's too talented a pass rusher to be contained for him.
Third and 28. Very bad situation here as Cameron Jordan is in the zone here as we approach the midway point here in the first half. In the second quarter, rather. Play clock ticking down. His favorite target, Mohamed Sanu, going to go out here to the right of your screen. Matt Ryan.
Look out.
Here comes Cameron Jordan. The third sack in a row, and the Saints can't be stopped.
That's a foolish play by the Falcons. Take the loss on the drive. Run the football. Get out of this drive before disaster occurs. That had fumble written all over it, didn't it, Jake?
It was either a fumble or an interception. You saw Matt Ryan wind up to throw that somewhere, and if it wasn't to the hot dog stand, it would have been to a man in the black and gold.
Golden Tate dives ahead for the first down. Going to be interesting here. The Saints are going to come out and have to be aggressive. They haven't been on the field in a while. They blocked the punt, returns for the touchdown. They scored a touchdown, it seems like forever ago. Let's see what the offense does here.
First and 10 now coming up for the Saints as they look to extend their 7-point lead. Alvin Kamara. I want to see a little more Kamara on the ground. Not in that instance, though, as he only picks up one.
Pretty amazing that he only has 3 touches, Jake. I know there was a pass attempt to him earlier in the game, but only 3 carries for Kamara at this point. Latavius Murray had the big run for a touchdown, the 75-yarder. You got to get the ball in this guy's hands more. He's the difference maker on this offense. He fuels the machine. I'd like to see him get the ball a lot more here.
So many Saints, so many black jerseys can make a difference in this game. We saw Michael Thomas earlier. We're going to see another Alvin Kamara.
Here he goes.
Look out, he's loosey-goosey. And he's eventually brought down by a host of Falcons. A big-time 15-yard gain. First down, Saints.
That double-A gap blitz, it struggles in the run game, especially when they're coming out of the shotgun. Those guards can lock up linebackers quick. And when you have a linebacker drop into coverage, that he's a sitting duck against the run game.
A lot of weapons out here for the Saints right now in the Superdome as the clock ticks down below 4 minutes. We are in enemy territory, in Falcons territory. Michael Thomas to your left in the slot. Here's the snap. Drew Brees, very well protected. Let's see where he wants to go now. He's going to go over the middle of the field. It's Ted Ginn Jr. I don't care about his advanced age. He's going to push it down to the 9-yard line. The Saints are once again in the red zone.
Yep, Michael Jackson, Drew Brees again, but hey, that's a great play. He avoids the pressure. And when I say avoids the pressure, there's hardly any. He just got away from any potential rush. Tech McKinley nowhere to be seen in that play. They need him to step up.
Alvin Kamara in the backfield as we get yet again a rare under center appearance for Drew Brees. Nice chop block. That was a go over the middle. Again. I think it was a fumble. Is that no completion or fumble?
Oh my goodness.
Wait a minute. Michael Thomas has it. The ball on the field is a touchdown for Michael Thomas.
Oh my goodness, they're going to call that a touchdown. Ted Ginn, or Golden Tate, caught the football, fumbled it, Falcons kicked it around, and Michael Thomas picks it up for the touchdown.
Well, Will Lutz kicks the extra point through. And now he's going to kick it. I thought that was an incomplete pass, but I'm not an official. We're going to kick it off to Dion Kane, and the Falcons have an uphill battle. Up shit creek without a paddle are the Atlanta Falcons. They have 14 points with just 3 minutes left in the half.
All scoring plays are handled by the booth upstairs, and they didn't see enough there to look back at it, but I disagree. I think that's an incomplete pass, but they said that Golden Tate made a football move. And Michael Thomas with a heads-up play to jump on that ball in the end zone.
The only football move he made was fumbling it on the goal line. Here's the handoff to Marcus Green. Look down, we've got another Marcus Green, we can't stop with these heavy hitting plays, Mike Adelman.
Marcus Green's entire family's in the crowd, and they have the wheels in their mind. This kid has been great all afternoon. Another good run. He's going to find the end zone again, I'm telling you. This game has been absolutely bananas.
Marcus Green called it out. He's from UL Monroe. Who would have expected a thing? He's really making a name for himself right now, really securing a roster spot for future season. Matt Ryan with an early punt back here on first and 10, and we got another sack. Sheldon Rankins has been abusing the interior line for the Atlanta Falcons. They got to do something to stop this.
That's what happens when you're starting two rookies. They are going to struggle. Alex Mack can only do so much at the center position. Rookie at guard, rookie at tackle, and you are dealing with monsters on this D-line. Rankins, Davenport, Jordan. I mean, they are three deep here of elite pass rushers. They're struggling right now. You can see it. They need to get Green more involved. Go back to a short passing game. Those runs out of the shotgun are working for you. They can't get in these long down and distance situations.
Maybe even keep him in there for a block or try and double somebody. 2nd and 17 now for the Falcons. A pivotal drive. This would be disastrous if they're not able to score here or even put together some momentum. Here's a nice throw here to Julio Jones.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Julio with a rare drop. The pass was contested by safety Marcus Williams. A great play from Williams there.
Great play by Marcus Williams. He almost, Stephon did play that. Stephon play Jake again. He didn't go up for the football, but he wrapped Jones up as he was going to the ground, got rid of the football. That hand injury is mattering right now. You can see it. Jones makes that catch almost every time.
He certainly has not been as impactful since we got the news from Trenton the Truck about that wrist injury. 3rd and 17. We've seen Ryan complete a couple of these, especially to Mohamed Sanu, his slot receiver. We'll see if he's able to do anything here. Here is the snap. The aggressiveness from Mike Moji, and it's batted away very quickly from Marshawn Lattimore, who has eyes in the back of his head. 4th down coming up, dangerous territory for the Falcons.
Press coverage on 3rd and long, and they were locked up. Lattimore was all over that. You're putting again back to a Saints team that has had their way with you the last couple drives. I'll tell you what, you go down in the half 38, 42-21, you are in trouble. This game could get away from them really fast here.
And I pray to Allah, to Buddha, to Tom Cruise that we don't see a blowout here in RZ Primetime. I do not want to see another Bears-Packers shit show as we enter the second half.
That was not fun, Jake.
No, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. In fact, I went and beat my meat afterwards, which is way more fun. Here's the handoff here to Alvin Kamara, and he's shut down immediately by number 45.
Oh,
and
no.
this could change the entire outlook of the game. Nice tackle there from Jones, but Alvin Kamara holding his lower back, Adel.
Kamara's in pain, Jake. He's writhing around on the ground. He's already out of the game on the sideline in the stretcher. We're going to hear news about him shortly, but that would be a loss that they can't replace. There's no player in this team like Kamara. Saints are just crossing their fingers that it's nothing serious.
You love Latavius Murray. You gotta love Latavius Murray, but he is no Alvin Kamara, especially not in the running attack, and the Falcons know that. 2nd and 8 coming up, and I'm seeing a lot of red jerseys here on the line of scrimmage in the trenches. We'll see if that makes a difference. Ted Ginn in motion.
Watch the screen here.
Snap. Latavius Murray takes the nice quick throw from Drew Brees. It's Ted Ginn, but you're quickly taken down. Nice patience there from the Falcons, not allowing Ted Ginn to break that one free.
Hey, Ricardo Allen is going to get a slap in the butt when he goes to the sidelines if they get a stop here. He blew that play up. Watch him come back in here. Wraps up Golden Tate, Ted Ginn forces him to the ground. That play could have gone to the house if not for Ricardo Allen.
Well, we've seen 40-plus seasons of Coach Mike Mojica. We know he's not just going to kneel this ball out at the end of the first half. Here's the snap. We got 4 wide. He's got all day to throw. What's he going to go over the ball? It's Michael Thomas, and he's down at midfield. The Saints not going to call a timeout. They're going to play. They're going to push their luck.
Unbelievable. We're going to hear Kamara's out for the game. It's nothing serious, but precautionary. Kamara will be okay next week. That's a great play by Drew Brees on 3rd down. He waited. No pressure from the Falcons again. This pass rush has to step up if they want a chance.
And we've seen the pass rush from the Saints really step up. Here's the throw to the outside. Michael Thomas can't get it. Ball was tipped up like a lame duck, but no red jerseys in the area. As you mentioned, Alvin Kamara not going to return for this game, but a team that's up 14-0, you gotta expect them to really play it safe on their superstar running back.
Jake, when that ball was flying in the air, how bad did Coach Gstar himself want to run out on the field and pick that one off? That one was hanging there forever.
Ooh, he must have felt like he was at the top of a roller coaster. That hole was tight. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the New Orleans Saints as they look to put a few more points on the board. Maybe 6, maybe 7. Here's the snap out of the shotgun. Rush coming. We're going to go over the middle. Wide open. And he's taken down by a host of Falcons. The Saints enter field goal range.
Yep, another great throw to Ted Ginn. He has been a difference maker. We've seen guys step up in this game who have not been big names this year. Ted Ginn, Mohamed Sanu, Green, all day. He's got these contributors in big games like this, in a battle of 8-0 teams in a division game. These are the guys that matter.
And it's got to be said, Drew Brees has looked phenomenal. MVP Hall of Fame worthy here tonight in this game. Really stepping up when it means the most. Oh, my goodness. Latavius Murray, and that's the difference right there. You got to think Kamara picks that block up as Jordan
They got to watch the clock
picks up the sack. Oh, the clock. We got 5 seconds, 4 seconds.
What are they
and the
thinking?
Saints finally. Ooh, I think they wanted to go for a touchdown there, but eventually the Saints do call for a timeout, and they're going to get a field goal attempt here.
That was almost disastrous for the Saints. Jordan Willis off the edge there. He blew that drive up. They just traded for him from the Bengals. That's a great play by Jordan Willis. Just as we were saying before earlier in this drive, the Falcons have to get pressure. He provided it for them.
And Alvin Kamara is certainly the better pass blocker in this Saints backfield. So now, more than ever, the Saints have the opportunity to go at this Saints quarterback, Drew Brees. The Saints actually get the ball back here at half. Dangerous for the Atlanta Falcons. What do the Falcons defense have to do in order to even stand a chance at winning this game and moving to 9-0?
The only thing that they can do is what they've done all year, and is be aggressive and force turnovers. That's the only way that this defense is going to get them back in the game. The blitzing hasn't worked like it has for the first 8 games, but they got to go back to the well. They got to keep going back. It's the only thing they can do well. This team cannot cover zones well. They're not built for that. They have.
I guess they heard you. Because they started looking aggressive there. I guess the second guess they said we're going to get an RPO. Ted Ginn freeing himself up for a big-time 9-yard catch. And now Ginn is down, really favoring that left ankle. These injuries might seem to stack up a bit.
My goodness, it's been unbelievable. The Saints already lost their return man earlier in the game to injury. Now Ted Ginn's down. Kamara's down. Who knows? The more we go on, the more we test the depth of these teams.
2nd and 1 coming up for the Saints as they look to add on to their 17-point lead with their division rivals, with their fellow undefeated team. Here's the handoff to Latavius Murray, and he's shut down right away. The Falcons defense not going to let the Saints get away with that. Once again, Adel, it's Tack McKinley.
We talked about Tack McKinley. He's got to be the difference maker. Him and Deion Jones in this game are going to provide the most impact to that front 7. It looks like Ginn's going to come back, but that injury is going to nag him for the rest of this game. There have been injuries all over this game that have made an impact. The Falcons need a stop here.
With no Alvin Kamara, a 3rd down is a lot more manageable for this Falcons defense. Here is the snap. Drew Brees dropping back. More aggressiveness. A nice throw to Golden Tate. Thank you, New York Giants. First down, Saints.
That 3rd round is easier to swallow every single week for the Saints. Man, Golden Tate's been huge for them. He's over the middle, in the screen game, he's been great all day. He had that great catch earlier in the game, too, downfield. He's just one of those jack-of-all-trades players that you like to have. And Deion Jones, he's not fast enough to keep up with Tate.
And after Tate getting injured in that Week 3 game against Seattle, you got to think Drew Brees loves to have him back on the field here. Here's the snap. We're going to hand it off to Orleans Darkwa, who was shut down early there from Foyesade Olukan. Man, out of Yale. 6-yard gain still, though, and the Saints are rolling.
Jake, I remember when we were in the production track before the game, and you were pronouncing that defensive player's name over and over and over. And who knew he was going to make this many plays? This is why you're so good at what you do.
We got a snap from Drew Brees. I appreciate it. Nice shut down there. And once again, look who it is. It's Jordan Willis. Jordan Willis, you mentioned that trade from the Bengals. Who would have thought that this would be this impactful? Number 75 has been all over the defense for the Falcons.
Yeah, they traded Devondre Campbell, the former Minnesota Golden Gopher, to the Bengals for Jordan Willis, and it's paying its dividends right now. He has been one of the lone heartbeats on this defense right now. 3rd and 9. Can he make another play for him?
Latavius Murray here in the backfield with Drew Brees. Drew Brees dangerous with any weapons. We're going to blitz. Oh, my God. What a hit. And the Falcons recover. My goodness. Jones recovering the fumble after a big-time hit there from the Falcons defense.
There it is, Jake. There it is. We have life now in this football game. Buckle up.
Isaiah Oliver coming in off the edge, giving Matt Ryan a chance to recover here. Here's the handoff to Marcus Green. He's going to pop it outside. But still doesn't have that veteran savvy that he needs to really get past that open field defender. 8-yard gain, Von Bell with the tackle.
You can feel it now. Here they come. I would pick the pace up. We've got them on their heels. You need to get in the end zone on this drive.
Looks like they're going that direction, back in the I formation. We're going to go back to Marcus Green. No, a play action, and now
he's got it
to the end zone.
Patrick Peterson
playing a huge part.
Patrick Peterson, look at the ground he covers. He covers half the end zone, hits him right in the ribs with his helmet, frees the ball. What a great play. The Falcons, they're the best play action team in the league, and they should have 6 right now. What a great play by Peterson.
Every football fan in Arizona is shaking their heads right now. Matt Ryan lining up in the I formation. Here's the snap. Going to go back to Marcus Green. Green, seriously, making a big-time name for himself. This kid needs a re-signed contract immediately. Big-time run, big-time first down. Falcons have life.
Is Marcus Green going to be the primetime player of the game, Jake? He has flashed all over the field. He's got that receiving touchdown. He's got 80 yards on the ground. This kid is a difference maker right now.
Matt Ryan now in the I formation. Marcus Green might well do it. I mean, this Falcons offense, Julio Jones injured. We're going to go over the middle. Calvin Ridley broken off. What a play by the Saints defense. Marshawn Lattimore. This is why the defensive backfield in New Orleans is so dangerous, Adel.
The secondary is challenging these receivers like they have not been challenged all year. They're getting their yards. That's okay. When we get down to the red zone, we're going to make physical plays on them, and they've already done it twice on this drive.
1 yard away from the red zone is the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan can smell it. He can taste the red zone from here. And he's just going to get just enough to get into the red zone with the check down pass to number 81, Austin Hooper.
Yeah, they just didn't like the play there. They were playing it safe. Austin Hooper, he doesn't get involved much, but when he does, it's a 1 yard gain. And you got to feel bad for him in an offense like this, but that's all he's good for.
Well, you got to see Julio get more involved. You watch him here. He's far to the left side of the screen. We've got another trip set. Falcons seem to like it a whole lot. Marcus Green is your running back in the backfield. Here's the snap. A lot of Saints coming into the backfield. Here's the snap. We're going to play it safe to Calvin Ridley. Stretches out, but can only get 8. And now 4th and 2, a big decision coming up.
You know, they're going to go back and watch that play, and they're going to see that Austin Hooper is wide open in the middle of the field. The linebacker didn't run with him. Austin Hooper's doing calisthenics. He's so open on that play. They got to go for it here, Jake. 3 points does you no good in a football game like this. Your offense is moving at will. Go get it. 2 yards. Go get it.
And they definitely will. We've got Julio in the field. We've got Marcus. We've got Hooper. We've got the Falcons. Here's the snap. We're going to go to the outside. Von Bell clips it away. Turnover on down.
I hate that. I don't like that that's the lead there. Green was never open. Von Bell was all over that play. He sprinted to cut off the lane. But the blitz was coming. I think that play was going to be blown up either way. Great play call by the Saints.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
1st and 10 now, and the Saints could bury the dagger into the heart of the fans, of every man, woman, and child in the state of Georgia. Here's the snap. We're going to go to Latavius Murray. And he's brought down quickly by Jones, so the Falcons don't want to give it up too early on just a 1 yard gain.
Grady Jarrett involved in the tackle. Deion Jones involved in the tackle. Deion Jones starting to flash a little bit in this game. You need him to. He's their superstar linebacker. Since Kamara's been out, Latavius Murray has not been able to do much on the ground, and the Saints are going to need that as this game goes along.
Latavius Murray had that big-time rushing play earlier. He's trying to recreate it here on RPO to Michael Thomas. And he's not able to fall forward, but that's still a significant play in this drive because it makes a very manageable 3rd and 1.
You're going to get sick of me talking about this guy. But look at Deion Jones again. He comes up and cleans up that play. Thomas was going to fight for the first time. You're watching it in slow motion here. Jones comes in like a missile. Hits Thomas right in the jaw. I can't believe he hung onto the football.
And we've got Michael Thomas at 39 catches on the season. We'll see if he can make it 40 to pick up this first down with 3rd and 1. As Breeze taking a very aggressive stance here. We got a rush. It's Takk McKinley. He's going to go deep. Oh, very, very risky throw from Breeze there. Great coverage. Takk McKinley was all over him.
Takk McKinley with a great play. I don't know, but Traquan Smith and single covering against Desmond Trufant. It's one of the best corners in the league. Breeze got lucky there. We're seeing a really strange thing here with Breeze rolling out, dropping back there, kind of taking him out of his game here.
Addy, are you okay? Breeze is okay because he keeps dropping back so far, but as that's only right now. There's a lot of football to be played as we have about a quarter and a half, 17 points, as we saw in the first half, can be scored in an instant.
The Falcons are just kicking themselves over the mistakes they've made in this football game. Their defense has cleaned it up. Past couple drives, they've forced punts. But think about it. They've had the strip sack they didn't capitalize on. They had a punt block that went back for a touchdown. They threw a pick six. I mean, mistakes, and you're still kind of in this football game. But this drive is a must here. You need points.
I'd love the Falcons to be a little unpredictable. This kind of helps. I don't know what they were going for there, but they love the pistol formation. Cameron Jordan knows it, and that's why he shut him down for a loss of 1.
Yeah, Austin's not a guy who's going to have the pistol through.
They're going to go back to the pistol here. The pistol trips nonetheless. Here's the snap. We're going to go more conservative play, this time to Austin Hooper. If Austin Hooper's catching the pass in this offense, you know they're scared of the defense on the other side.
Austin Hooper is a tight end that's built for the red zone. He is not a run-after-the-catch kind of guy. They're getting away from their bread and butter. I don't know if they're scared of the pass rush. They're scared to make mistakes, but you had blood, or you had, life. And now you're at 3rd and 11, just in the blink of an eye. You got to make a play.
And eventually, as the clock ticks down, you've got to look for something down the field, does Atlanta. You can't just keep pulling back on these special teams and defensive plays all day. Matt Ryan back in the shotgun now here as he looks to defend himself from this aggressive pass rush. They're going to be very conservative. They go to the sideline. No. Shut down immediately. That's Von Webster making the play for the Saints.
The reads seem to be off. He had Calvin Ridley down the field in a one-on-one chance. I would have liked to see him make the throw. As great as Muhammad Sanu's been today, who are the guys that are the 2,000-yard receiver? It's Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley. You got to give these guys a chance to make a difference in this football game. Throwing it to Muhammad Sanu on 3rd down is not going to do that.
And Sanu has made a couple of big plays, but those were the product of good reads, and that was not one of them. We have, again, bringing this back here to the 36-yard line on the return. Here's the handoff to Latavius Murray. Nobody in sight. The Saints are walking home with this one. Touchdown, New Orleans.
It's always him, isn't it? It's always Latavius Murray.
We got an effect on him, Mike Adelman.
We really do. 2 touchdowns, 2 long touchdowns in this game, over 100 yards easily. Man, this guy's a playmaker when he's under the lights. It's incredible.
That'll put your score at 45, New Orleans, 21, Atlanta.
Do not make the mistake of turning this game off too early, and let me tell you why. This Falcons team can score at will. They cannot be conservative. Got to come out and be aggressive here. Shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 5 wide. Go back to what works for you. There's a reason that you're undefeated. There's a reason you're 8-0. Why are you going to these tight end plays and these pistol runs to a running back who shouldn't even be on the roster? Let's get back to what got to you.
Marcus Green in the backfield once again as we go under center, a rare under center moment for Matt Ryan. It's going to be a handoff to Marcus Green. Maybe succeeding the day.
I don't know what's going on here. those plays aren't going to get you into the end zone. You're running against a very heavy front there. I like that play call.
2nd and 9 here for Atlanta. As we tick below the 4-minute mark in the third quarter, Matt Ryan, as dangerous as they come at the quarterback position, especially here in the NFC. Here's the snap. Let's see what they want to do. They're going to go outside. Julio makes his first catch since the first quarter in this football game, and that is very important.
He had 100 yards in the first quarter, and now he just got to 111 in the third, Jake. That hand injury really was hampering him. They have to get him more involved.
1st and 10 now for Atlanta. They are down 24 points, a tall order with not a lot of time left. And again, they're going to go to Marcus Green outside. It's questionable play calls at this point, down so much.
Yeah, I don't know about that. If you're going to get the ball in Marcus Green's hand, I'd like to see that passing game. And you got to do the kid a favor. You keep running him into these blitzes. What is he going to do? He can't make 3 guys miss like that.
2nd and 13, Matt Ryan once again back under center. Austin Hooper is your tight end. As we tick below the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. Play clock ticking down. Matt Ryan making a few changes here at the line. The artist that he is, it's going to be play action. They are the best play action team in football. And that's why. What a dart to Julio Jones, keeping the Falcons alive.
There's a reason why we keep talking about how good they are play action. Right over the head of Von Bell. Did it again. Von Bell's just sprinting on the football. Won't put his hand on. Great play by Julio Jones. 2 catches in a row. Let's pick up the pace here. Let's go.
1st and 10 here for the Falcons. They got to keep hope alive with this drive. Faking the run. Here comes the aggressiveness for the Saints. We're going deep. Oh, my. Nearly taking that one away.
They're playing with fire with Cameron Jordan right now. He's heating up, and they're running these play actions where they're not giving him any help. They need to have a tight end or running back on that side every time that the ball is.
This is where Hooper should be playing a big-time factor in the passing game. And he will, but this time catching the ball. Smart job throwing a quick pass, but time is against you.
You just looked at the crystal ball.
And they know it as we go into the hurry-up. It's a handoff out of the hurry-up. I don't know.
They're trying to keep running balls. I understand what they're trying to do here, but you got to pick your spots a little better than that. When you keep running on 1st down every time, the coach picks up on it. They start to pick up that 1st down is going to be your rundown. You got to make some passes on 1st down too.
2nd and 10 now for Matt Ryan back in the.
Oh, I love that.
He's got all the room in the world, but he's finally shut down. That was a phenomenal play from Patrick Peterson, despite the 11-yard gain.
Man, that's a brilliant play call by the Falcons. You bring in Allison, who struggled all day. You run him out of the pistol where he struggled out of all day. If he was a little faster, that's a touchdown.
And I got to remind those that are not great at math at home, that's going to be a touchdown for Austin Hooper. That is how you use a man like Austin Hooper. 8 times 3 equals 24. 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions. The Falcons are tied up in this game. It's not over. Do not turn your TV sets off yet. Matt Ryan here in the single back set. Ace set as we tip below the 1-minute mark. Here is the snap. We're going to go out to Hodges, who cannot catch it. Oh, I can't really give you a reason to turn off your TV now as we go to Atlanta 27, New Orleans 45.
It's not over yet, Jake. 18 points is not insurmountable. That's 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, rather. We've seen it, the way this game is gone. It was 28-21 in the first quarter, in the first half, This can happen fast.
Absolutely fast. We've got a face mask here, which is going to put the Saints in phenomenal position to put the dagger in the heart, put the 5-0 on the Atlanta Falcons. This is a very big statement for the New Orleans Saints, who wanted to walk into this and really prove that they were the most dominant, undefeated team in the red zone this season. 230 rushing yards. Unbelievable job from the New Orleans Saints. You have Orleans Darkwa in the backfield now. We're going to get handoff to Darkwa. He's shut down relatively early, but a 2-yard gain will let that clock run 40 seconds.
Yeah, if Orleans Darkwa is just your change of pace guy, former Giant. Saints have been a lot of former Giants, don't they? Saints are going to try and chew the clock here, try and get the 4th quarter. And if you get a nice long drive here, that can really put the game away. The Falcons need to stop.
We'll see if they can get that down 18 points here with under 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. We are at midfield with Drew Brees and the undefeated Saints. It's going to be another handoff, this time to Latavius Murray, falls forward for 4 yards. And 3rd and 3, there's a lot of running backs in this league that can pick up 3 yards.
Isaiah Oliver with a great tackle there. Murray almost took it again. I mean, these running plays that they're designing for Murray are great. The pulling guard came on with a great blocking defensive end. But Isaiah Oliver came to clear it up. Murray's been a home run hitter all day. 3rd and 3. What are the Saints going to do here? They're probably going to try and get a little aggressive. That's just the coaching style here. But Falcons, you got to look to make a stop here. You got to watch for the RPO. They've been using that on you all day to keep those linebackers out of the box. So it's going to be interesting to hear see what the Saints do.
And now more than ever, we're going to crack a cold one open with the boys for the Coors Light ice-cold moment of the game. We need an ice-cold performance here from this Falcons defense, shutting down Latavius Murray here in the backfield with Drew Brees. Anything can happen. Drew Brees, an artist here, passing the football. Oh,
what a play.
Jordan Willis shuts it down. Mike Adelman, that was an incredible show of athleticism for the former Cincinnati Bengal.
What a play by Jordan Willis. We've been talking this guy up all day. He comes in, almost gets the strip, and rips the ball out of Golden Tate's hands. Here we go, though. The Saints are going to go for this on 4th down in their own 48. I don't know if I like this play call here, but if they pick it up, they're going to make me look like a fool.
It is certainly in the character for Coach Michael Moji to go for it here. The Falcons have slighted him at every turn, and he's looking to make a statement on 4th and 2 with just above 10 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Picking it up here could certainly ice the game. Latavius Murray in the backfield. Drew Brees in the shotgun. Oh, and they wanted to draw him offside. They did not. Great discipline from the Falcons.
Great discipline. Drew Brees is one of the masters of getting the hard count in this game. Here we go, Jake. This is a drive the Falcons need. They cannot. There's no puncher in this situation anymore. You're going for it on 4th down this time. You're down 18 points. You need to get in the end zone. You need to get 2 points along with that 6. So let's see what they do here. But it's time to get aggressive.
You're absolutely right about that. Matt Bosher has been sent to the showers. There will be no more punts for this Falcons offense. And walking out of this drive 35-45 wouldn't be the worst thing ever. We'll see if the Falcons are able to pull it off as they start out in the I formation. A lot of black jerseys pulling up here on the line of scrimmage as Matt Ryan makes a couple of changes. You have Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley here to your left and right. It's going to be another fake handoff. They love the play action. We're going to Julio Jones. What a shutdown play. And the Saints defensive backfield really putting it to him right now. That's Patrick Peterson himself.
You need your stars to show up in games like this. And look at Patrick Peterson following Julio Jones. Ball right in the hands. Perfect ball from Matt Ryan. And Peterson just punches it out, aiming for the bad hand of Julio Jones. What a great play by Pat Pete.
We'll see if they're able to put together another good play. Again, Marcus Green in the backfield. Trips right. They love the trip set here in Atlanta. Here's the snap. Matt Ryan going to go to the outside to Marcus Green. And he drops it. What a tackle there. That's going to be Patrick Robinson. And another showing of why the Saints' defensive backfield is one of the best in the league.
It's so deep. Patrick Robinson with the pick earlier. Great play. Ryan put Green in a tough situation there. Here we go on a big 3rd and 10.
Absolutely. We are at the 10-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. There is no Matt Bosher. He does not exist. This is a 2-down set. We'll see if they play conservative. They do not! Julio Jones, what a great throw and catch. Brian to Jones, 1st down, Falcons.
Saints are learning the hard way. You cannot cover this guy like that. You can't leave the sideline open for him. Julio's a master of working the sideline.
Back in the shotgun we go, 1st and 10, under 9.5 to play here in the 4th quarter. We are in Falcons territory at the 37-yard line as the play clock ticks below 10 seconds. More trip sets for the Falcons. There's a snap. Blitz coming for the Saints. We're going D.
P.I.
Oh, we got pass interference. Patrick Robertson had to grab him. He was beat.
Patrick Robinson absolutely hooked the arm of him. He was beat for a touchdown. It's a great heads-up play by Robinson. You got to live with that if you're this defense. Falcons are rolling. Here we go.
It could happen for the Saints here. They might get an interception, and they'll thank Patrick Robinson later. Here's the throw out to the left side. It's Mohamed Sanu. who cannot get out of bounds. Big time tackle.
Can you hear the crowd every time? It's not the Falcons crowd, but the Falcons fans that travel every time this guy touches the ball. Sanu, you gotta love that guy.
You love the Falcons fans coming down here to the Bayou, to New Orleans. It happens every year, and I never get tired of it. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. Austin Hooper is your tight end. Watch Cameron Jordan on this play to the right side of your screen. Play clock just below 10. Here is the snap. We're going to go deep. Oh, and it's knocked away there. Making up for his earlier mistake is Patrick Robinson batting it away.
Yeah, Patrick Robinson there in coverage again. Great play. They're going to kick themselves. Austin Hooper's uncovered on the left side of your screen there.
I thought I was the only one that saw that 3rd and 5 coming up. Again, 4-down territory for the Falcons. We'll see if they make this an easier 4th down or if they go for it all. Here is the snap. We're going to go back outside to Julio. Did he cross the line? No, he's going to get out of bounds at the inch-yard line.
What did we just say about letting this guy reach the sideline? Look at him. Marcus Williams can't find him.
Deja vu as we get another out route to Julio Jones, who crosses the 180-yard mark. Oh, no. Back. This Saints not going to let this go on for too much longer. Frankie Levu with a big-time sack.
You know, that's when I'd like to see you come out in your I formation. Just try and pound the rock.
Check, 47.
Yeah, at the inch-yard line, a lot of red zone teams like to pound the rock in, and you know, Marcus Green's played well tonight. Here's the shot, so we'll see if they're able to pound it in. We're going to go! Oh, Anzalone had a good beat on that ball. I would like to think Julio Jones knocked that pass away.
Either way, you got to take the 3 here. Either way, you're coming away with points, but this is going to be a big play here, 3rd and goal. They're going to have to make a tough decision if they don't convert here.
Here's the snap out of the shotgun. Matt Ryan under huge pressure. Going to go on.
One catch!
He got completed! My God, that was incredible! Julio Jones is the man! 2
What
feet
a
in the back of
catch.
the end zone. And we got 2-point conversions coming up.
They're going to have to reassess their defensive coordinator after this game. You're putting Anzalone in the back of the end zone trying to cover the best player on the field. Good luck with that.
Back to the pistol set trips. Pistol trips. That is the Falcons' mantra. As we got trips to the left. Julio Jones in the slot. Matt Ryan making a few changes. A couple of changes. Here's the snap. What are we going to do? We're going to go nowhere as we just hit 6 here. It's 12. You got to score 3 touchdowns. We all know that. So now the Falcons going to kick it back. A little bit under 8 minutes left. Mike Adelman, what is the defense thinking coming in to this particular situation?
They're thinking about a division title, and they know it's on their shoulders. You know what? They played pretty darn well today. And you might laugh at me when I say that when you got 45 points in the board. But you got to remember, there's a pick 6 there. There's a blocked punt for a touchdown there. There's plays where Latavius Murray just gets open in the middle of the field, and he takes it 2 times. Overall, you've contained them for the most part in these situations. It's time for Tack McKinley and Deion Jones to make some plays.
And look out, the Falcons really hugging that line right now. This is dangerous. Very dangerous.
Watch out
indeed
for Thomas.
The Atlanta Falcons. Here's the handoff. No, it's going to be a fake. Drew Brees dropping way back. Here's the shot downfield.
No!
Nearly intercepted. That would have been the most boneheaded play of Brees' career.
That was a terrible play. I don't know what they're thinking. Ricardo Allen, he made a great play early in the game. He just can't hold on, Jake. That would have been a huge turn of momentum here for the Falcons.
Could you imagine Ricardo Allen picks up that, and it looks like the Falcons going to stick to the same strategy here, really loading up that line. And we have Orleans Darkwa in the back row. There will be a draw to Darkwa. Jordan Willis again. Man, he has been incredible tonight.
You're putting Orleans Darkwa in these key situations, and Jordan Willis comes in and almost rips the ball out again. He's been all over this field in the second half, Jake. He almost got the fumble on Golden Tate. He almost gets it here on Darkwa. 3rd and 10. This is a monster play.
A lot of people thought that acquisition of Jordan Willis was so-so. They didn't think much of it, but right now it's proven to be good. Look at Drew Brees. Oh, what a tackle. He couldn't even put his hands on the football. Keanu Neal gets in there to break it up. And just like that, 29 seconds later, Thomas Morstead is punting it back a day.
The aggressive play calling of the Saints is starting to bite them in the butt here, Jake. 29 seconds came off the play clock in 3 plays. 3 plays. You threw 2 incomplete passes and you ran a draw play that got you nothing. That's bad play calling, but instead of bite them in the butt. Here we go. You need a touchdown on this drive to stay in this football game.
Just over 7 minutes. Plenty of time to score 2 touchdowns. Here's the throw. We're going to go deep down the middle. Oh, and Calvin Ridley wants a pass interference. Not going to get it on this one. Incompletion.
Well, good thing Ryan got rid of the ball because Sheldon Rankins was all over him.
Back here in the spread formation, the Falcons really not hiding what they want to do. Here's the snap. Matt Ryan going to go outside. It's Julio once again.
Wow.
First down. Julio Jones not letting that wrist affect him, Adel.
Wow, he must have heard us when we were ripping him about those couple drops he had, Jake. They're going to go try and Moji's throwing the challenge flag on the field.
The red flag has come out of the sock. Yep. He screamed the F word, and the pizza grease doesn't matter. The Saints lose a timeout as Julio Jones' reception is upheld.
That could matter. Losing that timeout could matter later in this ball game if things get a little hairier for the Saints. But Ryan, he overlooked 2 open receivers for his favorite guy, Julio Jones.
1st and 10 now. The Falcons. This is why you never turn off your TV in RZ Primetime. We're going to get a handoff from Marcus Green, who picks up a big 9 yards. Adele, what do you think about a rush play in this current situation?
I love it against that 3-man rush. Marcus Green has been a playmaker for you all day when you gave him the chances to. And he's rewarded you. He's given you 100 yards on the ground and through the air and a touchdown. You got to keep getting this guy the ball. In moments like this one, he's not keyed in on. He could be a difference maker.
Not a lot of time is ticked off the clock here for Matt Ryan. He's got plenty of time. He's going to go down the field to straight to Calvin Ridley. I don't know if you caught that. I think they're going to call it a catch on the 4-yard line. Yeah, they're going to call it a catch, and Ridley holding his elbow now.
So here's why that's good for the Falcons. That just gave them a free timeout.
Yeah, it does help them a lot there at the 4-yard line with 6.5 to play here in the game. Down 12 points. A lot of pressure. They go to Leon Kane, the return specialist. My God, we've got a football game on their hands.
We told you not to turn this TV off because these teams can score in a matter of seconds. You were right. You blink. It was 24-45 20 minutes ago. And now, it's a 5-point game. Calvin Ridley's getting ruled out of the game. Stick around, because we're going to see what these 2 teams are made of here in the final 6 minutes.
And this is why injuries are so important on both sides of the ball, on both sides, on the New Orleans team, on the Falcons team. They have changed the entire outlook of this game. No Kamara, no Ridley. It really makes things so much more important and makes every play call that much more impactful.
You're 100% right. Injuries have taken over this game, and the storylines from these injuries are going to be talked about for weeks because this game means so much to these 2 teams and for the NFC playoffs.
I hope we get to call another one of these games in the playoffs, but for right now, we've got 6 more minutes of action here. The Saints going to drop back. Drew Brees going to go over to the right. Really stealing that Julio Jones action, that pullback on that throw there. Drew Brees picking up a completion there to Ted Ginn for a 1st down.
Tough to leave Ted Ginn in single coverage with Isaiah Oliver, but you got to think about it. This receiving court is 3 deep, and this Falcons secondary is not what you'd call elite, so they're going to struggle.
Speaking of elite, we've got Latavius Murray in the backfield with Drew Brees, who's calling the shots. More aggressiveness now from the red jerseys for Atlanta, looking to get at Drew Brees, looking to get to him like they did not in the first half. A lot of tight ends here to protect him. It's going to be a handoff to Latavius, and he's shut down right away. Great defensive play from the kid, Deion Jones, the 4th-year man out of LSU.
Deion Jones made a great play. And right, he is a kid. He's still 24 years old. Young kid, captain of this defense. But that's why they made him captain. He steps up and makes plays when it matters. And now you're coming up here 2nd and 11. You're going to see them passing the ball here.
I still see a lot of jerseys here on the line of scrimmage, though. It could hurt the Saints, though. This pressure has really gotten to him. We're going to get a slam from Michael Thomas. That is a big-time play. And despite really how good Desmond Trufant is, he is not capable of guarding Michael Thomas.
It's tough to leave him in that kind of coverage, but I don't like the coverage choice. You're coming out in this deep zone coverage. If you're You're the Falcons. You're an aggressive defense. Once again, don't go away with what got you here, like you did with the offense earlier in this game. Your aggressive offense got you back in. Don't go away from your aggressive defense, too.
Here's the shotgun set. We've got motion for Ted Ginn. We're going to go to the outside. Ginn. All the room in the world to work. What a tackle there. My God, saving what was almost assuredly a touchdown. Foyesade Olakun knocking him down. But the Falcons, you think they'd be okay with a field goal here?
They would be, and you got to watch the blocking out there by Thomas and Trufant. He's taking the school out there. But if you're the Falcons here, you got to live for the turnover. You got to live for the field goal. You can't let them in the end zone. And the Saints are starting to get life again. But you got to protect the end zone. You're okay with letting them have the 3.
They've been very aggressive so far. The end zone is very open. Here's the handoff to Latavius Murray. He's shot down right away.
That's our guy.
Is Mike Adelman, Jordan Willis.
We talked to Jordan Willis pregame, and he said he thought he was sitting on a big game. And what do you know? He's made big play after big play after big play. Sack on third down, big play on Ted Ginn on a bubble screen, big play on Golden Tate earlier in the game, almost rips the ball out of Latavius Murray's hands a couple times. He's a playmaker.
We saw a lot of turnovers early in this football game, and we may see more. We still have 4 minutes left to go in this game. Drew Brees in the single back. Here's the snap. We're going to toss it outside to Murray. Latavius Murray. Oh, and KZ luckily able to bring him down before disaster strikes.
Great play out there by DeMonte KZ. You just want to keep them. For Murray, that's a good play, too, because you want to stay in bounds. You don't want to give them that free timeout of getting out of bounds here. 3rd and 7, what did the Saints do? Their style is to be aggressive. It might be smart here just to take some clock off.
I don't think that's their plan. That is not the Mike Mojica way, as we're going to go 5 wide here in the spread. Oh, Drew Brees shakes the tackle, but he can only get 1 away.
Kinley.
Oh, big time sack. Well, that was Foyesade Olakun once again. They're only got a 4th and 12.
And Brees didn't even take the sack off. He just missed him. Look at that. He was going for the strip sack, and he sort of missed him. Tack McKinley with another great play on 3rd down. Let's see if they can block this field goal.
That would be huge. We already saw a block punt. It's not out of the question, that is for sure. Will Lutz shaking in his black and gold boots here in the Superdome. New Orleans counting on him to knock this through. 3 seconds on the clock. Will Lutz could knock it in. He's got a 4-point game. Matt Ryan has the chance to shock the world. Atlanta now 40-45 is your score. We have the quintessential 2-minute warning for Matt Ryan. He's going to come out quickly in the spread formation.
Here we go, 5 wide, Jake.
Matt Ryan wasting no time. He's going to be very aggressive here. You know the Saints are as well. This is why you never turn off your TV with NFC South football. Here's the snap. Matt Ryan looking deep immediately. Dangerous play. Jones!
What a catch!
You gotta be fucking kidding me. What a grab.
What a catch! You gotta look at him. He goes up in between 2 men and just steals the ball out of air. What is this game?
Julio with 265 receiving yards on the day. That is his 10th reception. Here's the snap. It's going to be Marcus Green. No, shut down by Anzalone.
Chew the clock. Chew the clock. They only have 2 timeouts. Remember what we said, that timeout on that challenge is going to matter. It's going to matter now. They have to take the timeouts here.
Everything that happens in a game like this, 8-0, 8-0, 2 of the best offenses in the Red Zone Football League, everything matters, and it's being brought to the forefront right now as we tick below 1 minute, 20 seconds on the game. Matt Ryan snaps the ball with no time left on the clock. Here's the throw. No! Dangerous throw to the end zone.
Pass interference. Oh, no.
Austin Hooper called for illegal touching.
They're saying Hooper ran out of the end zone and tried to come back and make the catch. Once again. Why?
That's going to be half to the goal line, so only 2 yards, but man, this game.
So, not only did that help the Saints because it saved them a timeout, the Falcons should have thrown an interception there. That was a terrible play call. Once again, we shouldn't be going Austin Hooper here in these situations.
That ball was in the hands of Marshawn Lattimore. It was in the hands of Marshawn Lattimore. Here we go in the single back set. Play clock ticking below 10 seconds. A touchdown essentially wins this game. Matt Ryan. He's going to step back. It's Austin Hooper. No! The ball is dropped. They really wanted to get the ball to their tight end there, and it was knocked away. I don't think it was Austin Hooper. I think they threw in Eric Saubert. Eric Saubert. They're going 5 wide. Fourth and goal. This is the play to decide the football game. Matt Ryan here at the 3-yard line. He's got 5 receivers, including Hooper out there. Here's the throw down the middle. Oh, Matt Ryan threw it away. Ryan threw it away. He had him. Sanu. He overthrew Mohamed Sanu out of the back of the end zone. The Saints have a 5-point lead. I can't stress this enough. Atlanta, 3 timeouts Adel.
They have to get a stop, and it's the biggest cliche in football, but wrap up, tackle, get after the passer. They're going to hand this ball off 3 straight times. You have to make 3 plays.
Here's the first of those 3 handoffs. Latavius Murray breaks the first, but he is eventually brought down. And what concerns me here is the aggressiveness, the historical aggressiveness of Coach Mojika to pass in these situations.
I agree with you. Here's what else scares me is that this front 7 of Atlanta is weak. The way they hide is through their blitzing. Now would be the time for the Saints to take advantage of that. I just don't think it's in their blood to do that.
I think I'm right there with you. We're at the 1-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. We have 62 seconds left to play in this football game. All of the red jerseys are at the line of scrimmage here. With the snap, we're going to go to Latavius Murray. Shut down right away. Another good tackle from the Falcons.
Now here we go. Do you risk it? Do you go back to pass on your 7 against Tack McKinley, who's made back-to-back 3rd down plays? Do you do that? Or do you trust your defense enough to get you another stop? I trust the defense, but we know that this coaching staff is out here to make plays and win the ball game. You're 5 yards away from doing that and moving to 9-0. But can you stop this pass rush?
On one hand, you have a coach who has won 3 Super Bowls in his career on this aggressiveness. On the other hand, you have this situation that is so important to you in the division to win. It's going to be crazy what happens here. We got 3rd and 5, under a minute to play. A lot of Falcons on the line of scrimmage here. Let's see, Latavius Murray in the backfield. Drew Brees takes a snap. They're going to pass it right away.
What a play by Keanu Neal.
Keanu Neal stopped.
What a play by Keanu Neal. Latavius Murray breaks away from the initial tackle, spins away, and wants to take one himself. And Keanu Neal just saves the Falcons. They have another chance. 50 seconds, the timeout's paid off.
I can't believe they get another chance there. Everything that we mentioned came to fruition there. We have a Saints pass. We have an aggressive Falcons pass rush. And yet, the talent that the Falcons defensive backfield has, especially with Keanu Neal, comes to the forefront. And now the Falcons have the football at the 45-yard line, 47 seconds. This is red zone football.
Thomas Moore said with a poor pun, he shanked it a little bit here. So you're basically getting the ball past midfield, 45 yards. And here's the thing. I think the Saints are going to come back if they lose this game and blame the special teams. Don't blame the special teams when you blow that lead in the fourth quarter. Just remember that.
We'll see what happens. Matt Ryan in the shotgun right away, going to drop back deep.
He got it! Hurry up! Hurry up!
He stopped on the ground. He stopped on the inch-yard line. Once again, the Saints can't get in the zone. Oh, my God. 35 seconds. Adel.
59, got it. 25.
Here we go.
9 seconds. Here,
They got to hurry. They got to snap the football.
They got to snap the ball. Here's the snap. We're going to go to the...
He got it!
Who's got it? Touchdown!
We talked about Austin Hooper as a guy you don't want to go to in the red zone, as a guy who can be used as a blocker, and he just won you the football game.
What a comeback!
Here you have to be careful. We're not done with this game yet. You cannot have a turnover here.
You're right. We've seen We've seen many pick twos in our time here, Mike Adelman, but this one's going to be a 2-point conversion.
Hooper again. All right, make no mistake about this. This kick is likely going out of bounds.
Listen, and this has to be said. This has to be said. In his career, Coach Mike Moji has made it a specialty of his. Yes, he's got to fall down. 2 seconds left. Coach Mike Moji has made it a specialty of his to succeed on these Hail Mary type plays. 48-45. I cannot believe that I'm saying this right now. Falcons are your leader with 2 seconds left.
He is the Aaron Rodgers of the red zone. Do not forget, he has 2 Hail Mary victories in red zone history, which is the most by far. It's easily the most Hail Mary victories. You want a pass interference here downfield. That's what you want. You want a free play to get you inside field goal range and set up overtime. Can they draw out a bad play from the Falcons do that? This is going to be the last play of the game no matter what.
This will be, unless we have a pass interference. Here's the snap. Drew Brees deep in the backfield. Brees going to go deep. It's not caught. Falcons win.
That is one of the guttiest performances I have ever seen in the red zone. And it comes from a coach who just played his 9th game and remained perfect. What an unbelievable football game. What an unbelievable football game, Jake.
You said it yourself. This is why you don't turn the goddamn TV off when red zone football is on your screen.
It was 45-24, Jake, with minutes left in the third quarter. We encouraged you not to turn off the TV, and the comeback is complete. The Falcons go into New Orleans after the mistake-ridden first half that they had. That first half by them was not good. And they pulled the victory out.